I surrendered, and within 2 hours, I transformed my entire business. Hello everyone, Tanya Pluckers here from Rich Results Mindsets, and today I'm going to be talking about not only the potency of surrender, but when you should surrender. And I'll give you some ideas on how to surrender so that you can transform your business or maybe transform your money or even your life. But before I get into my teachings today, I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. And if any of my content is blessing you, it's healing you, it's elevating you, it's inspiring you, then please consider sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Okay, let me get going with what appeared to be a mess, but actually became a new mission for me to move forward on with regards to my business. So yesterday I got really messy. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I got really messy. This wasn't this underneath the covers. Nope, I wasn't that yesterday. And it had been building up. It had been building up for me to surrender. And I have to remind you that your soul is your strategy and your body is the barometer of your soul. And you can often feel when the tension, the powerlessness, the frustration, the anger, the sadness, whatever you want to call it, it's a certain feeling and it's building up and it's building up and it's building up. For me, I, over a period of time, have had the sense of sadness inside of me about my business, about the trajectory of my business, and the way I'm actually conducting my business. And this particular system I've been following hasn't been working for me for a little while. And I've been noticing that there's been a lot of resistance over a period of time marketing my business. And it hasn't felt very at ease. It hasn't felt very joyful. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And it was only when I surrendered that the clarity came about my next indicated step that really transformed the way I'm running my business. And so yesterday I had a meltdown. I had a real meltdown because it'd been building up, this frustration over a period of time, trying to market my products and services, and I wasn't in the receivership of the results. And let me tell you, I was practicing everything Bob had taught me, right? Don't let the outside control your thinking. I had used my stick person, right, to create order in my mind. I'd used Neville Goddard's teachings. You name it, I had used many of these thought leaders' processes to help me think in a certain way. But underneath all of that was this feeling underneath of powerlessness and sadness. And I realized I can't keep running away from this feeling because I'm really good at switching and changing the way I think, which helps me feel different, helps me live more on the side of well-being. But it wasn't cutting to the chase. That feeling was building up. And of course, I did what I've instructed all of you to do in all my videos. I wrote out the problem. I got the problem out of me and onto paper. And I couldn't figure out what was going on, but I knew something wasn't right. And so yesterday afternoon, I surrendered. It took me about 2 hours. I bawled my eyes out. I don't know if you heard me, and if you did, you might have had to grab a few tissues because I let all hell break loose about my frustration. I verbally announced it to God. You may want to call God higher power, source, spirit. I was 1 minute raging, then I was sobbing, and I was so sad, but I truly surrendered. And I knew I'd surrendered because there was nothing left. I had no tears left, right? And then I fell into a deep sleep. Okay, I fell into a deep sleep. And I woke up two hours later. And there was a sense of peace. A sense of peace. So I knew that God had taken over. That God had done for me what I couldn't do for myself. Okay? And then out of the blue, because I had done all this releasing and just letting it go and saying, I don't care about my business anymore. You have it, your will. I don't want to run my business like this anymore. I'll go and get a job. I'm done doing it like this. I said all this. I cried it all out. I felt it, and I woke up with a sense of peace, but also the answer. The answer for my next indicated step for the business, right? This huge breakthrough came. So from a breakdown, and it was a juicy breakdown, there was a breakthrough. And I was given an idea that came out of the blue because I'd released all the confusion, the chaos, the sadness. I'd released all that energy out. And of course, I created a vacuum. And when you create a vacuum, you see, nature abhors a vacuum. I created the vacuum, and out of nowhere, this vacuum was filled very quickly with a new idea. And all it took was 2 hours. I surrendered for literally 2 hours. And out of the blue came this idea that I know is from God, and it is going to transform my business. So my message to all of you today is, don't be afraid of surrendering. Don't be afraid to becoming a little messy in order to have a breakthrough. Because I don't know if you're like me, but I was literally pouring cream and chocolate sauce and a cherry on top, but underneath it was a load of shit. That was called these feelings. And these feelings were feelings of dissatisfaction. And whenever you have feelings of dissatisfaction about something, that is your higher self that's talking to you. And I'd had these feelings for a while. And so by feeling the feelings, releasing the feelings, then the clarity came about the next indicated step. So my darlings, I give you permission. Go and have a good cry, get messy, get underneath the covers, yell, scream, whatever you need to do. And out of the mess will come the clarity for what you need to do next.